No, you're not gonna go and date a matric boy and that. You in grade 8, you are minor. He's a grown adult, so he knows. He's fully aware of what he's doing. He likes you because first of all, you're vulnerable, you're young, because he can control you and he can play with your emotions and that. But at the end of the day, he's just trying to get into your pants. He's betting with his friends who of the matric guys is going to be the first one to sleep with you. That's the honest truth. So, hi, welcome back to my channel. Today's tips for if you're starting high school or you're in high school and you have nobody to talk to. I'm not just be giving you advice. So, first of all, never, ever, ever, ever go to a guy's house when he says he's home alone. Please, please. You are a grown young adult, right? Because when you become a teen, you are seen as a young adult. But since you are adult, don't make dumb, don't make dumb decisions. Act Being a young adult means being mature, being responsible. And also don't give in to peer pressure. If all of your friends are starting to sleep around with guys and that, it's not cool and that. Don't feel peer pressured to go and sleep with a guy and that. You know, what sleeping with a guy does and everything like that. Yes, you're gonna fall pregnant and that. And do you think that same metric guy that's hot is still gonna be after you? No, like after you give him what he wants, he's never ever gonna talk to you again. I'll tell you a story. So there was this metric guy that was after me, but I didn't give interest into him because I knew at the end of the day he's just trying to use me, and that's just the reality and that, because they know you're vulnerable, they know you straight out of primary school, so they play with your emotions and that. But young ladies, don't give in. Don't give in. Don't. No, 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 no. It's your year. High school is really exciting. It's just filled with excitement and that. And sleeping with someone doesn't have to, that's not the only excitement in general. Like, yeah, like do that like when you're older, when you ready for that. Wait until you're married. Wait until you're married because it's going to be worth the wait at the end of the day. Why are you rushing it at the end of the day? So that's what I want to say. That's just a few tips. And also another thing is try not to miss, try not to miss school because at the end of the day, don't go banking, don't go banking with this group of cool friends and this because at the end of the day, teachers know that you're banking. Let me tell you a secret how I know this. So I remember going to the office. One of the teachers had sent me to the office. She said, like, you have to give this to the receptionist. And I gave it to the receptionist and I saw my grade eight there. And my grade eight was like, you know what? You know what, Caitlin? Like, you're not supposed to be young. Because I was young over here in the conversation. They are phoning the parents saying that, like, I only, so the kid was only there. Your kid was only here first period, second period. After that, your kid ran away, and the parent was like, "Wow, what you mean? Like I dropped my kid at school. Where is she? Where can she be?" School is like, I don't know. And you see, at the end of the day, you bunking, you bunking school at the end of the day to go to that park, to go to that guy's house at the end of the day. It can go in like so many wrong things that can play in that, you know. And as a parent, you parents are gonna be stressing like, what the heck happened to my kid? Is my kid missing? What the heck? Like, that's why I say be responsible. You know, if you're not feeling well, stay at home to recover, and then the next day you come to school because there's a lot of work that you must catch up because workload from primary school to high school is completely different. So that's what I want to say. Never just don't bunk, please. At the end of the day, you waste your time, you waste your parents. You're wasting your parents' money. Your parents work so hard to send you to a school so you can get education so that you can able to educate yourself, you're able to get what see whatever you want to like study, and that like don't do that at the end of the day. Even if you don't even like school and that, just go to school to complete it at the end of the day, don't waste your parents. They're gonna donor you, that's what I'm gonna say. So, and also here's a few hacks for girls especially. So I taught myself this. Nobody told me to do these things, but my mother only used to tell me like, get, you should always carry pads and that. Why she said that is because you get your period every 28 days. And if you don't know how to track it and that, there's an app. If you have a smartwatch, use it. And also you download the app on your phone. It's everywhere. On Google, not Google, like Play Store and that, do that. But so she only used to tell me to carry the pads, but then in high school already, I used to do this, carry a bag. This is the bags that is attached to your red backpack. If you buy a red backpack, this comes with it. So this came in handy. So what I used to do is I had a pink one, but now I use this one. Even for work, I still carry a bag like this. It's really important. So what I do carry, so since we spoke about our period, I would carry, it's a lot of pads I carry. I carry at least three because like it depending on your flow and that. And I was always that girl at school. Girls would come to me and ask me like, "Do you have an extra pad and that?" Like as a girl, if you're gonna have your period, it can change. Also, that's why I always kept, and still today I do that. You can get it maybe this month. You get it the beginning of the month. Next month you can get it in the middle, and then the following month it can be at the end. So I always prepped myself to do this, carry extra pads and that. Don't go to the office and that. That's what my friends always used to make me do. Go to the office, ask them if this. I'm like, nah, 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 nah. And another thing is gum. Gum is very important. If not gum, then holes, any type of holes. Your breath must be smelling nice and that. Just in case your scrunchie breaks, yes, keep a scrunchie with different type of pom pom. Then this. Okay, this is like a comb and that. And then this is the comb with the mirror. You can decide if you want this one or the another one. Clips just in case, flyaways and that, especially on windy days. Okay. Just in case you get sore. I don't know where my hand sanitizer is, but also hand sanitizer, your hands, germs is everywhere. And also carry water, like it's hot, it's summer and that, you know. So yeah, there are just like a few things I wanna like discuss in that in the morning. Like I'm gonna say, you are a young adult now, so before you go to school, wash your underarms. Wash your underarms, scrub it nicely. Put on any deodorant in that because don't try. Please, young adult, you don't want the whole of the class to smell like boca loca. It's not the vibe. It's not the vibe. And always carry what I also did and still do today is always carry spray with you. And whoa, and also a pepper spray. It's not here. I carry it in my other bag, but as a young girl, always carry pepper spray, especially if you're traveling alone or traveling by yourself. And another tip for girls, whether you decide you're gonna go hang out, you like this guy and that, never go alone, especially if you're meeting him for the first time. Maybe it's from a different school and that. Go with your friend to the mall and that, and meet in a central place and that. So meet in places where it's always full, it's always busy. Yeah. So I just wanted to say that. Another thing is, yeah, study every weekend your work. Don't try and cramp notes before the exams. It's not gonna work, please. It's not gonna work. Workload is 10 times more. And try try as much as not to go to parties the weekend. Sit with your schoolwork and that. You will thank me later because I'll be honest with you, in high school they always like to do spot tests out of nowhere and that. Prep yourself so when it comes June, you're ready and also make a summary of the notes and that. Summarize the work, especially the weekends and that, and you sit nicely. And also, when you get projects, do it beforehand. Don't do it last minute. I was someone always say now Monday coming, they're gonna give a project, and then they say it's due the end of February. I would try and get it done before the deadline, so then I'll end up handing it in the 20th or 20th and 19th. Why I did that is because then I don't need to stress like, oh, I have this project to do and that. It's done. It's done. It's dusted. Cool. Then I can focus on if there was, because remember in term three, which is different from primary school, is term three is the term where you mostly do projects and that. So I was like, okay, hello project is done. Now let me do my history project. And then, okay, this is done. Now let me start prepping for my oral. I'll be honest with you. Afrikaans orals also. You need to learn them off by heart and that. Make notes. But don't look at the notes the whole time. Yeah, that's what I want to say to you guys. I hope you like it. Bye.